Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, March 17th. An active weather pattern continues across the nation. We have a storm impacting California. A lot of heavy snows up in the higher elevations of the Sierra Nevada and rains along the coastal sections. We have a lot of activity in the eastern third of the nation as well. Some showers this morning in the mid-Atlantic region. Some decent snow up across New England, places like Boston actually getting hit with some snow this morning, and that snow will push north and east into Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont over the next few hours. Again, an active weather pattern. Looks like more rain coming to the mid-Atlantic region by Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Some of that can be heavy at times, late Wednesday night into early Thursday, and that's associated with a warm frontal system. Then a strong cold front will approach the eastern states late Friday. It looks like there will be occasional showers with that cold frontal system at the end of the work week, maybe even a strong thunderstorm or two. Big news also will be that it'll really warm up in temperatures ahead of that strong cold front on Friday. In the 70s, it looks like, for afternoon highs on Friday ahead of that frontal system. 70s for DC, Philadelphia, New York City. Then turns quite a bit colder behind that cold frontal passage on Friday night. It looks like a chilly weekend, probably a little bit colder on Sunday compared to Saturday. Then we'll have to watch. Again, we talked about this yesterday. Some moisture will be gathering itself in the south central states by the end of the week and the early part of next week. And if that can push to the north and east quick enough, could result in some frozen precipitation Monday night, Tuesday time frame, at least in parts of the mid-Atlantic region, certainly in parts of the northeast U.S. Well, let's take a look at the current radar map across the nation. And again, a lot of snow falling up across New England this morning. That'll continue to slide to the north and east over the next few hours. Meanwhile, some shower activity winding down in D.C., but still some showers in Philadelphia and especially New York. That'll be the case over the next couple of hours. Then for the most part this afternoon will just be mostly cloudy, maybe an occasional light shower or so, but the main rain for today in the I-95 corridor region will be in the morning. Meanwhile, out in the west, another storm system impacting California and the interior western U.S. Higher elevation locations getting decent accumulating snow, and along the coastal sections of California, some decent rainfall. Again, with this overall active weather pattern from the west coast all the way to the east coast. Well, here's the total precipitation forecast map by NOAA for the next 5 days. This goes all the way into Sunday morning, and a healthy dose of precipitation from Texas all the way up to the Great Lakes and the western part of the Mid-Atlantic region. Even in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast U.S., some decent rainfall over the next few days. And again, out in the interior west, there'll be some significant precipitation as well over the next couple of days. Again, those higher elevations out in the west, Utah, Colorado, will get some decent snow after today's accumulating snow in the Sierra Nevada of eastern California. But again, an active period with significant rainfall in much of the country, especially the eastern half of the nation over the next 5 days or so. Well, we've talked about in the last couple of days about how we'll have cold air outbreaks on occasion right through the end of the month of March into the early part of February. Thursday is actually the first day of spring, but again, there are cold air outbreaks on the horizon all the way through the month of March, leading to possible snow in the northeast, like today, for example, snowing in Boston and throughout New England today. We'll have another cold air shot arriving for the upcoming week, and that could lead to some snow in at least parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, let's say later Monday into Tuesday, especially in the northeast U.S. Let's just walk through the ensemble run of the GFS from 6Z, 5-day increments of the rolling 850 millibar temperature anomaly pattern. This is the current 5-day period, above normal, at least a couple thousand feet off the surface here. This is the 850 millibar level. But let's push forward here and watch what happens. We have the cold air mass coming in over the upcoming weekend, and that'll be basically colder than normal across almost the entire northern U.S. Then we keep moving forward here. Now this is out days 6 to 10 from March 22nd to March 27th on average for that 5-day period. still colder than normal up across the mid-Atlantic and northeast U.S. More cold air in Canada and in California. And then we move all the way out to days 9 to 13, days 10 to 14. Still kind of the pattern across the northern U.S. and southern Canada. A lot of below normal air for the latter part of March going into the early part of February. Here we are, days 11 to 15, still below normal in the mid-Atlantic, in the northeast U.S. This is almost to the beginning of the month of April. Finally, we'll end up with this. Days 12 to 16 going into the beginning of the month of April for that 5-day period of days 12 to 16 below normal temperatures, according to the ensemble run of the GFS for the Great Lakes region, the Northeast, and the Mid-Atlantic. So certainly confirmation that we'll continue to have occasional cold air outbreaks into the central and eastern U.S. over the next couple of weeks. Well, let's now walk through the surface forecast maps from last night's 0Z operational run of the GFS. Some showers this morning, and that'll be the rule of thumb for the next few hours. Some showers in Philadelphia, New York City, especially winding down in D.C. Not all that rainy this afternoon or tonight in the Mid-Atlantic region. Still lots of clouds around, kind of damp. Then we'll move into the day on Wednesday. High pressure in control. A rain-free day on Wednesday. But here comes some moisture already showing up tomorrow morning across the middle of the nation, and that moves quickly to the north and east. And here we go by late tomorrow night into Thursday morning. There's liable to be some heavy rain at times in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. Again, cold enough for some snow upstate New York, New England, but probably not from New York City south and west to D.C., but some heavy rain. We're talking late tomorrow night into early Thursday morning, associated with a warm frontal system. That passes on by, and then we get into Friday morning, and we'll be looking upstream for a very strong cold frontal system. That'll be starting the day situated out over the Midwest, all backed up, all supported by a very strong cold high pressure system over south central Canada. This is indeed a cold air mass for this time of the year. That cold frontal system will cause a couple of things here in the Mid-Atlantic region. First of all, some showers on Friday into Friday evening, maybe even a strong thunderstorm or two, and it will cause a strong southwesterly flow of air in the lower levels of the atmosphere on Friday. That will cause a spike in temperature to the 70s in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City on Friday, just ahead of that strong cold frontal system. Again, the even chance of a strong thunderstorm as well. That front clears the coast by Saturday morning. This high pressure area is a cold one. It'll control the weather for the entire weekend throughout much of the eastern half of the nation. Chilly on Saturday, maybe even a few degrees colder on Sunday. And again, that high then shifts to the southeastern part of Canada, always in a kind of a dangerous position if moisture were to come in quickly at that time. This is Sunday night forecast map. And then here we go into Monday morning. Cold high pressure still sitting on top of the region. Now at this point, it'll start to retreat to the north and east, as is often the case with the cold air outbreak. Then you get a couple days of cold, and then it starts to retreat to the north and east. And it's at this time that we'll have to watch this moisture down in the south central U.S. That'll start making a move to the north and east. And if it can get here quick enough, there can be some frozen precipitation, let's say Monday night, Tuesday morning time frame in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, certainly the northeast U.S. Again, we'll monitor that threat over the next several days, and that would be for, let's say, Monday night into Tuesday. But for now, for the rest of this week, an active weather pattern will bring multiple rounds of rain, showers kind of winding down this morning in the Mid-Atlantic region, then more rain later tomorrow night into Thursday morning. Some of that can be heavy at times. Showers on Friday, maybe a thunderstorm ahead of that strong cold front. Maybe temperatures in the 70s all the way up to New York City, certainly in D.C. and Philadelphia. It looks like the 70s on Friday. Then it turns colder over the upcoming weekend following the passage of that strong cold frontal system. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.